Phase-Tastic, Part 2. Welcome to Stargazers. I'm James Albury, Director of the Kika Silva Pla Planetarium in Gainesville, Florida.
And I'm Dean Regas, astronomer for the Cincinnati Observatory. You might remember that 2 weeks ago, James asked me a question about what phase the moon would be in if it rose at noon.
Yep, and you got it right, too.
Yes, I did. So, I have a question for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, if the moon sets at noon, what phase is it in?
It would be at last quarter.
Excellent.
Thank you, thank you. Ooh, that reminds me of a moon joke.
Oh, I'd say save it for later, James.
Yay. Okay, so we'll show you how I answered that question, and we have a really cool conjunction of Jupiter and Mercury at the end of this week, and the moon joins the party right after New Year's. Let's show you. When we talked 2 weeks ago about the phases of the moon, we mentioned that it takes about a week for the moon to go from one major phase to the next. For example, if the moon is in the new phase on December 7th, it will be at first quarter on December 15th.
When the moon is at first quarter, it's traveled a quarter of the way around the Earth, and therefore it's 90 degrees east of the sun in the sky. So the moon rises just as the sun reaches its highest point in the sky at noon.
Then, a week after that, on December 22nd, the moon is in its full phase, and it's 180 degrees away from the sun. This means that the moon will rise as the sun sets, and it will set as the sun rises. In the days following the full moon, we begin to see less and less of the daytime side of the moon and more of the nighttime side. These are called the waning phases. Waning means to get smaller, and the moon is appearing humped again, so we call this the waning gibbous moon.
On December 29th, it will have been a week since the full moon, and the moon has traveled 3/4 of the way around the Earth, so we call this phase last quarter. We again see half of the daylit side and half of the nighttime side, but it's reversed from what we saw at first quarter. The moon is also visible in the early morning instead of the early evening.
In this configuration, the moon is now 90 degrees west of the sun. So when the sun is at its highest point in the sky at noon, the moon will be setting on the western horizon.
Lastly, we have the waning crescent phase. This occurs during the last week of the moon's orbit around the Earth, and we see the daylit side shrink more and more as the days pass.
On January 5th, 29 days after the beginning of the moon's journey, the moon is back where it started, in a position putting it between the Earth and the sun. The moon is new once again. Oh, hey Dean, can I tell my joke now?
Sure, I guess so. Go ahead.
Okay. How do you know when the moon has gone completely broke?
I don't know, James. How?
It's down to its last quarter.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Totally worth the wait. Now, I know we've been talking about the moon a lot, but let's see what the planets are doing this week, too. Okay, we have our skies set up for December 21st, an hour before sunrise, facing southeast. Low on the horizon, you'll see 3 stars marking the face of Scorpius the Scorpion. And just below them, you'll see Antares, the Scorpion's heart. To the left of that, you'll see the planets Jupiter and Mercury.
The 2 planets will appear at their closest that day, and they'll be less than a full moon width apart.
Now, Mercury is a speedy planet, so this conjunction won't last long. If you miss seeing them that morning, make sure you check them out on December 22nd and December 23rd. They'll be a little farther apart, but still will make an impressive sight.
Then, a week later, the waning crescent moon joins the party, passing by Venus on January 1st and then Jupiter on January 3rd.
So, there you have it, the phases of the moon and a wonderful pairing of planets to end 2018.
It's all waiting for you when you keep looking up.